give, receive, and love. So give, of course. I mean, we're here walking this earth. We aren't anything if we're not giving something, right? Whether it's giving, and of course it's, you can give money, but also just giving ourselves, right? And giving our time, our energy, our service for a purpose, right? So, and oftentimes, I mean, I hear so many times that when people actually give service, whether it's by volunteering or whether it's part of your work, helping people, that sense of purpose is a big part of our well-being, right? Because it gives us meaning. It gives this, like being in this crazy world, a reason, you know, why are we here, right? So give, and then receive, because I feel like those people who give, especially those people who give, often don't allow themselves to receive. And again, I'm also talking about myself a little bit here. And I have a lot of big-hearted people in my friendship circles. And I always see them giving so much and helping other people and in so many different ways. And when it comes to themselves asking for help, it's like the hardest thing ever. Like I often realize I have no idea this friend actually need help because he or she does not say anything about it until so much later. So I'm like, we all need to be better at receiving, asking for help. And if the term asking for help doesn't work, like I'm like, yes, it's just so hard. I don't even want to think about it. It's just, you know, a matter of giving an opportunity for your friends to give, right?
Because they will.
Yeah,
They
and they
will.
want to. And again, when you give that opportunity, you're giving, you're allowing the other person to find purpose, right? You're allowing the other person to give. And that's why I feel like my second word is receive, because it's part of the, like, it's the cycle of giving and receiving. And that's actually also part of a very important concept in the forest therapy world is reciprocity. Like, we're not just receiving from nature, we're also giving something back. So it's and nature is not just giving, nature can also receive our love, right? So it's like a two-way street, right? So
absolutely,
give and receive. And of course, love. I mean, I've heard so much about the worst pandemic in the world right now is that of loneliness, right? And it's so easy to feel lonely when we're all just glued to the phone. I mean, you take the empty hour and how many people talk to each other. Most of us are on our own phones and doing, all kinds of things. And we sometimes, I think that triggers the part within us, maybe in our nervous system. It's almost like tricking us into believing that we are connecting, that we are building relationships. But I feel like we've seen so many times where maybe I've been speaking to this person online, and when we actually meet in person, the connection is not there. Like, I don't feel like I know this person. Until the moment when I actually have a shared experience. Maybe we sit down for a meal, then it starts to feel a bit more real. But if it's all happening online, of course we're going to feel lonely. And for me, the antidote or the solution to that loneliness is love. And one thing that I receive the most from the forest is unconditional love. Because the nature, Mother Nature, the forest, the land, the ocean, it never judges you, right? It never expects anything from you. It receives you and accepts you just as you are. It has no idea who you are, basically, right? And it doesn't matter, right? The trees and the birds, they're equally present to all of us, and they respond to how we show up. So if we have love in our heart, if we cultivate love in our heart and we show up with that love in our heart, I think the world will treat us differently, each of us. And it will bounce off, right? It will bounce off each person and it will get multiplied. So I think it's that practice of cultivating love in our hearts. And I know that for a lot of us, it's not the easiest thing. For me as well, I think I definitely find it easier when I'm in the forest, when I'm not actually in the presence of other people, because there's a lot of stuff that we need to work through. Like I have a lot of self-judgment. I have a lot of self-doubt. Sometimes when I am in a room with a stranger, I actually feel more stressed. Then where do I begin, right? And for me, I really feel like, okay, if, talking to another person actually makes me feel more stressed, then one option, which is always there, is maybe go for a walk, go for a walk and maybe just, sit by a tree and just take some breaths and see how you feel. And maybe you would come out differently, right? Yeah. So I think that's like small steps towards building and collecting and cultivating that feeling of love and belonging in our hearts. I think that's really important. So these are the 3 words: give, receive, and love.